Chapter 18 of Yuddhanantara Parva. The sea enters Dwaraka. Daruka hurried towards Hastinapura. He told them all about the great tragedy at Prabhasa. He told them everything. Yudhishthira for the moment had not remembered the curse of Gandhari. The Pandavas were numb with woe. They had suffered so much, but the thoughts of Krishna were enough to give them strength. But now there was nothing. It was not possible to think. In mute agony, Arjuna got into his chariot and rushed to Dwaraka. He thought of the dream he had yesterday. Krishna had said, "You will understand the meaning of my words tomorrow." Arjuna knew that Krishna was dead. His heart was frozen with a shock. Soon he reached Dwaraka and went to the presence of Vasudeva. He heard about the details of the tragedy that had overtaken the house of the Vrishnis. Arjuna went to Prabhasa. He saw that they were all dead. His beloved Satyaki was lying there dead. He saw Pradyumna, he saw his friend Gada, he saw all of them. Vasudeva told him about the words of Krishna, that Balarama and he were going to perform penance. Arjuna went in search of these two. He came across the dead form of Balarama. Daruka had led him to the spot. Arjuna had become dead to everything. Daruka and he looked for Krishna. Finally, they saw him too, with his soul pierced by an arrow. Arjuna looked long at Krishna. With the death of Krishna, the earth had lost everything that was beautiful. Arjuna wanted to hurry through his task. Krishna had asked him to come soon. Krishna would be waiting for him. He had to hurry. Arjuna arranged for the bodies of Balarama and Krishna to be taken to Dwaraka. He stood by while that dear body of his Krishna was being consumed by flames. Arjuna worked like a man possessed. He was not himself. The dreadful day was over. Arjuna spent the night with his mind set on Krishna. He thought of nothing else. In the morning, he found that Vasudeva had died by going into an yogic trance and abandoning his body. Dwaraka was empty of everything that was dear to Arjuna. Several of the wives of Krishna and Balarama had ascended the funeral fire, and it was now the duty to take the citizens and the women and children of the family of his friend to Hastinapura and take care of them. He collected all of them, and the long mournful procession began. Dwaraka was empty. The sea, which had been beating against the shores, suddenly broke the boundary that was imposed on it by nature. The sea rushed into the city. It coursed through the streets of the beautiful city. The sea covered up everything in the city. Even as they were all looking, Arjuna saw the beautiful buildings becoming submerged one by one. Arjuna took a last look at the mansion of Krishna. It was soon covered by the sea. In a matter of few moments, it was all over. The sea had now become as placid as a lake. There was no trace of the beautiful city which had been the favorite haunt of all the Pandavas. Dwaraka was just a name, just a memory. Arjuna went on towards Hastinapura. They would camp under the trees during the nights and resume the journey in the morning. It was the most dreadful time in the life of Arjuna. He had to keep himself occupied lest he should go mad too soon. One day, during their journey through the woods, some robbers saw this huge crowd. They wanted to attack him. They saw just one man guarding the entire party of women and children. They descended on the people of Dwaraka and tried to carry away all their wealth and their women too. Arjuna took up his Gandiva and tried to string it in a hurry. He found that he was not able to do it. He was amazed. With a great effort, he finally managed to string it, but his fingers had lost their dexterity. He was feeling it so hard to use the bow and arrows. His quivers became empty. He decided to invoke some astra and dispatch the robbers, but he could not remember a single incantation. He was powerless. Arjuna could do nothing. The robbers had succeeded in taking away most of the wealth and the women with them. With a broken heart, Arjuna resumed his journey with the remaining people. He reached Hastinapura and went to the presence of Yudhishthira. He stood there for a moment. Then he dropped down in a dead faint. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.